Great Scott. Great Scott. Great Scott.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Great Scott. I'm Scotty V, and thanks for watching. I am irate. I am beside myself. I am angrier than I am insane with anger. Why do I say all this? Because Wonder Woman is a homewrecker. Yes, that's right, Wonder Woman. Homewrecker for the ages. Amazonian homewrecker. Yeah, that's right. Just like all the media outlets will have you believe, Wonder Woman has destroyed Lois and Clark's marriage. That's right. There wasn't a reboot a year ago. It's not the beginning of their careers. They're not super young and barely know each other. They don't only have a working relationship that borders on friendship, but nothing more. They were married, and now they're not. And it's all because of Wonder Woman. That's right. Don't let them tell you anything different. Wonder Woman is a homewrecker. Actually, the truth is, and I've been telling people this. You know what's funny? It never ceases to amaze me how, and I guess it's the social media age, but, as soon as the announcement was made that in issue 12, I think it's issue 12 of Justice League, that Wonder Woman and Superman would begin a relationship and that they would be the new power couple in the DCU and that it would shake up things and it would be the new status quo. I believe the creators are using terms like that just to get people a little riled, but, immediately after the announcement was made, these Facebook groups sprung up, LNC Forever, the Dream Team, we know the truth, and the real power couple, and until things are right, we're not going to read. It's just funny because so many people, like with the Nolan Batman films, are so passionate about these two fictional characters who may or may not have had a love affair at some point in their lives or may not have it again. And I keep trying to, tell people that the thing is, change is hard. And everybody has their kind of own idea of what the Superman mythos should be. For me, I really like the John Byrne, Man of Steel, where Clark's the man, because obviously he grew up as Clark, and when he became Superman later, he adopted those ideals and things like that, which is why I often criticize the Donner films, because there's a lot of silliness, there's a lot of cheesiness, and they make it pretty clear that Clark is this concoction, and he's not a real guy, and he's goofy, and he's silly, and the reason for that is that they are trying to make the differentiation between the two characters so that it's more believable than when he puts on a pair of glasses, nobody knows who he is. Just a moment. Whenever you at home see me enjoying a beverage, it's your cue to go ahead and enjoy a nice tasty beverage as well. But what I keep trying to tell people is the Lois and Clark relationship actually hasn't really been a relationship for all that long. And what I mean by that is they haven't been two adults having a realistic, logical, reasonable, sensical relationship. What they've been, for the most part, is two kind of cliched, not very well written or described characters over the Golden Age and Silver Age, and that's not because Superman or Lois or anybody's a bad character. It's just because comics weren't really taking that seriously. It was like, let me smash these two planes together and kill some Germans because I'm Superman and they're bad guys, and I'm Lois, and I'm gonna steal your byline every time, and I mean, for a while, she was kind of infatuated with Superman because he was Superman, and I think that's where a lot of the terms like gold digger come from and trophy wife, and what they mean is that not that Superman has taken a trophy wife, but that for 60 years, Lois basically could be described as a woman who only wanted Superman because he had superpowers, and therefore she was a gold digger. Not because he was rich, but because she wanted him because he was Superman. That's a little simplistic. And then the truth is that they had a great relationship once it started, and we love these characters. And now that they're more fleshed out and more realistic and more well written, Lois is a super strong role model. She does some great things when she's written well. She can be super intelligent. She's a go-getter. She's very aggressive. She doesn't take any crap from anyone, and people love that. And that's why Clark fell for her, because she's a match for him in terms of tenacity and aggressiveness, and he really admires her for what she is. But that only started in the 80s, maybe late 80s, and then they kind of got together, then they had an engagement, then they got married, and then they were married for 20 years, and almost 20 years, and they decided, hey, we're going to reboot the whole line. So, of course, if they reboot the whole line, the marriage isn't going to exist. And I've already talked about this. They're young. We may get to see that again. But the reason that people, I think, are really upset is because most people who are really vocal about this and who are starting support groups and such are people that have only been a fan of Superman for as long as they've been around, so they're younger than I am. They're younger than a lot of other people. They're certainly not old enough to remember the Silver and Golden Age. So to them, the only thing that there's ever been is a Lois and Clark. They've always been married and or engaged, depending on how young. Some people are not even young enough to remember when they weren't married at all. The Silver Age stuff and the silly stuff and the stuff that, when I adjust my camera, you at home can also adjust your camera. I wasn't around for that either. When I started reading, they were pretty well-written characters, and there was actual plot going on and story, and it wasn't just simple, let me get the Germans, either. So I understand where you're coming from, and I also love the idea of the Lois and Clark marriage. But the other thing that I have heard from more casual fans is that the fun part of Superman and Lois relationship was that triangle. The fun part was Lois not knowing that Clark was Superman. And so I think we're going to get to see some of that, and it's going to be enjoyable, and we get to see some more of that relationship build. And if and when we get to that, it'll be all that much more sweet. In the meantime, I think it's a great idea, and it makes sense that the two most powerful beings on the planet, one female, one male, would have an attraction for each other. They stand for some of the same things. I could see them having that relationship, and it's not unprecedented. It has happened before, and it makes sense that it would happen. I hear people saying, I like it better with Batman's with Wonder Woman. That hasn't happened either, only on the Justice League cartoon, and it was a little bit absurd, but I like this one much better, but Superman has had many other love interests, and Lois really hasn't been his wife or even his actual girlfriend for very long. So I think everything will be okay, and I think if we look at the history and we realize that it really hasn't been Lois and Clark forever, even if we like that relationship at best, for more of Superman's existence, he has not been married to Lois. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and remember, always look up in the sky.